out of your parents' house, especially for the first time, can be both challenging and very exciting. For security reasons, you have to be very cautious, especially for women. In this video, I'll be dropping suggestions and tips that you will need if you're moving to an apartment alone for the first time. This is applicable to everybody, everywhere, but specifically for Nigerian women living in Nigeria. If this is something you are interested in, or you're moving into a new apartment, or you know someone who is moving into a new apartment, please share this with them and keep watching it. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela Pam. I'm a YouTuber based in Jos, Nigeria. I make videos on YouTube growth, beauty on a budget, and life in general. If this is your first time seeing my face, if this is your first time stopping by, please subscribe, because I know you will enjoy this content. Subscribe, turn on your post notifications so the next time I put up a video, you'll be the first to see. Personally, I haven't lived alone, I won't lie, but I have been around the military for a long time. Safe to say that I have an idea of safety tips, and if you'd ask any military person or ask any security personnel, what I'm giving to you right now is basically the same thing they will tell you. The first thing I would say is to prioritize your safety above all. If you're moving into a new apartment, the lock on the door, if it's allowed, I would suggest you change the lock on the door, because the house owner or the house agent or whoever might not have handed in all the keys because they want to be able to gain access into your apartment. If you can, I would advise to change the locks of your apartment and invest in good locks, invest in good padlocks, not all those Ashewo ones that any key can open. Invest in quality padlocks that you are guaranteed that this is the only key, at least in your area, that can open the lock. And check for hidden entries. You know, when in an apartment there's always like a space for electricals. I have heard that from there, people or someone, the house owner, knows, and they have like another entryway that they come out from that secure electricity, whatever. So when you're installing your electricals, have the person installing them basically just go around to see if there's like another entry point. And I would also suggest that you keep a spare key with someone you trust that is closest to where you are, in case of emergencies or in case your own key gets missing, so you'll be able to access your key from that person. When ordering rides from rideshare apps, know you stay alone. Don't let them come to front of your house. Don't let them come to front of your gate if you can, just because some of these drivers can actually lose screws in their head and come back to find you. So give them houses away that they won't be able to trace where you're coming from. It's better if you're not the only person in the compound, but if you're the only person in the compound, I would suggest that. Someone, if you're going on a date for the first time or something, don't let your dates come and pick you up from the house, because Nigerian men don't know how to handle rejection very well. They can come back to the house. There's this video trend that has been going around, and you hear men threatening women, I would find you, and I would. If they knew you were staying alone or they know where you stay, they would trust me, they would find you. So when meeting new people, when meeting new people, don't be quick to say I stay alone. Don't invite people to your house anyhow. When you're not home, always ensure that you lock all the doors and windows, just to ensure safety, because when you're not home still, they can come in and take your belongings. So if you can, take self-defense classes to help you, learn one or two punches if the need arises. And also keep a tool handy. It could be anything. That time they will advise pepper spray. Yorubas will say jawa ijausi, always guide it. If there's fights, if there's no fights, always be prepared. The second thing I would say is to have emergency contacts. Like I said earlier, to have someone that's with your key, like that's closest to where you stay in case of emergency, so they can like come into your apartment. Like if you're alone and you need help and you can't get to the door, they can come in and help you. And also have like a list of like your contacts that, oh, if this is happening to me, this is the person you should call. On your phone, activate the emergency settings, so even without unlocking your phones, anybody that comes in contact with your phone can be able to call your emergency contact. Also share your address with people you trust. And when you're out, when you're going out, cause you stay alone, and obviously you know what, oh mommy, I'm going somewhere. Don't share your live location with your friends. When you're home, say, oh, I'm home. Just be accountable to someone when you're leaving the house. Don't say because, oh yeah, I stay alone. You have the liability, you have the freedom, but still you're accountable to yourself for your own safety. So if you're going out, share your live location with someone you trust. But the third thing that I would say is transportation. Familiarize yourself with all the routes coming in and out of your apartment, because there might be cases where one route is blocked. You might have to follow another route, blocked because of maybe flood, or there might be fighting or traffic. Easier to know more than one route so that you won't be stuck. Ask questions so that even if someone is coming and you're trying to describe where you stay to the person, you'll be able to easily describe your location. Other thing on my list is the social connections, social network, you can say. It is important to make an effort to knowing your neighbors and people in your community. Know who is in charge. Know your money layer. As mean as the society paints those people to be, they have human hearts. Don't be overly friendly, because over familiarity, if you give them handshake, it will start reaching your elbow. So don't be too familiar, but just be cordial. So in time of anything, those people will have your back. But cultivate cooking skills, because it's easier to prepare meals at home. Prep meals in bulk so that you don't have to stress every time. Apart from it saving time for you, it's also very efficient, because you save money on feeding instead of ordering out every time. And you would also be able to maintain the hygiene of what you are eating, and you also promote a healthier eating habits for yourself. So when you cook at home, you know how it is prepared, you know the hygiene, you know how to prepare your own meals, just so you have healthier options and you save costs. Learn basic maintenance. I would say the males are good at this, but for the females, we find it difficult to learn basic things, like to fix the faucet, or leaking pipes, or to change bulbs, or to clean plugs. All those menial things would restrict people, all these handymen coming into your house every time, if you know how to do these things for yourself. And they would also save cost for you. This other tip is to always have emergency kits. Always have basic needs like pads, drugs you need, perishable food like maybe bread or biscuit, or all these things. So in case of a power outage, the non-perishable food you have can sustain you. And when you have an emergency in the night, who do you want to be calling around to ask for a pad? So just always have these things. Always have your toiletries. You have health condition now, and you are running out of drugs, and you stay at home, and these things can happen at any time. So it's better to just have all the things you need. When you buy, don't buy one, buy just enough so you don't get stranded. So identify the closest healthcare center to you, or a pharmacy, a hospital, a clinic, and also have health insurance, so that if the need arises for you to go to the hospital, you would not spend a lot. Schedule routine checkups just so you are fit, and address any health concern that arises as promptly as possible. Don't keep delaying it, don't keep pushing it back, because to be honest, not only you did. God, if you sick, you have yourself to fend for. You won't start calling someone to come help you. So just be on top of your health. You have to know how to manage your money. You have to know how to budget. You have to know when to spend, how to spend, so that end of the year you not start calling after you want to form independent woman. You not start calling, oh daddy, my rent is about to expire. Create a budget that will help you handle your finances wisely. You know what you have to save for. Oh, you have to save for utility bills, you have to save for rent, you have to save for groceries, you have to save for flex, you have to save for miscellaneous and unforeseen or unexpected emergencies or expenses. You have to put something into savings too. So just know how to budget your money so that you don't start running out at the end of the day. Everybody now is a content creator. So when you stay alone, it's important for you not to post your live location. Say you go out to eat, don't post the restaurant when you're there. You should have left before you post that you went to eat there. Don't post things that will make people, because there are some landmarks that somebody sees. It could be a wall that somebody will just see and say, this one, you go do one now. Try not to post things that will give hints and clues as to where you stay. If you're filming something and the window, close the window, don't let them see this outside. I see Nello Keke do this a lot. She say, I want to show you this, but I can't, my street is showing. If your street will show, don't put it out, because people can locate where you stay. Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, if something doesn't seem right and it concerns you, even before it starts to concern you, like even before the panic is at 100, seek help. Alright, as women, our instincts are 99% accurate most of the time. So if something doesn't feel right, just talk to one or two people, seek help, and just like always be at alert. Know your environment. You don't go out to get something and put headset on, earpiece or whatever. You have to be aware of your environment so that someone doesn't follow you. You might as well stay at someone's place. If you don't feel safe, you don't have to come back home that night. It's not like you're coming back to warn me that will say, where have you been? So please don't ever ignore your instincts. Once you feel something isn't right, ask questions, seek help, and be at alert. Find ways to entertain yourself. If you are a movie person, if you like to watch movies, subscribe to movie seeing platforms. If you like to play games, have games at home by yourself or have them on your phone. Just something to kill boredom, because when you're alone, you might not always want to be alone. So just make sure you have things that like connect you with the outside world. Your internet, make sure your internet doesn't run out. So like you're always in touch with the outside world. You know, don't always be in isolation. You can be alone but not lonely. Do you understand? Find ways to entertain yourself. Read books. Like, don't just be. Have friends come over. You can entertain them, host them. If you're feeling lonely, if you have family, you can have your sisters come over for some time. When you're out of the funk, and send them back to wherever they came from. Do something that calms you. If it is to pray, if it is to sing, if it is to take a walk, if it is to call someone, just don't be lonely to the point that you start overthinking, because I know it is something that we are very capable of. Once we start to overthink, we start to imagine a lot of different scenarios, we start to hear voices. Try to avoid being lonely at all costs. Remember that living alone can be an opportunity for personal growth and independence. Embrace the experience and see and take every day as a challenge, and take these challenges as a chance to learn and become more self-reliant. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notification, that bell beside the subscribe, just so when I post another video, you'll be the first to know. And smash this like button. You've gotten to this extent, so you must have really enjoyed the video. So give me a thumbs up and leave a comment with what resonates with you. Let me know your experiences. If you stay alone now, if you plan on moving in alone, let me know the tips and tricks that you've taken away. Share this video with someone you know who might be moving in alone, for them to like take safety precautions. And even someone that lives alone already that might not already know this, just send this to them. And if you love to see more of this kind of content, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Till next time, be safe and God bless you.